Hello, Sacred Circle team. It is Kristen Eichel, and I am so happy to be greeting you now from gorgeous Costa Rica. I'm here at the Osa Peninsula, where I have had the honor, really, of being here for the last several weeks, and a few weeks more here to go, really absorbing the energy of this jungle, of this life, of this ocean, and of this time. And in this time, I'm really feeling called to share with you something that I think is hopefully timely and well received at this time. We are in a moment of heightened activity. We are in a moment of heightened anxiety, tension, and the scope of possibly what's to come is real. And that said, the way we go through what's happening, the way we allow ourselves to transform what we're experiencing is the way we'll be able to navigate the choppy waters that are ahead, to be able to navigate the challenges that are coming ahead. None of what is happening in a vacuum. Okay. This isn't suddenly out of the blue. A lot of this has been foretold. A lot of this has been the writing on the wall. We forget that we are on a planet of cause and effect. You throw a ball, bounces on the wall, hits you in the forehead. Don't throw a ball in the house, right? Well, we've been throwing a lot of balls in the house and we've kind of forgotten where they started. And we really have forgotten the idea that we are responsible for that which we put into motion. So what's the antidote, right? If there's something in motion that you don't like, if there's something going on that is challenging for you, then the antidote is to take a moment and break the spell, break the energy, transform what's happening. You can't create new energy by throwing old energy at the future and hoping it will stick. We have to be in a new state, which means perhaps come to center, take a breath, and get really, really honest. Get really honest in your heart. Get really honest in your soul. Get really honest in your knowing. You're not a helpless victim in what's happening. You're a co creator in what's happening. You are an experiencer of what's happening around you. And whatever it is, no matter how challenging, no matter how difficult, no matter how bloodthirsty and fearful it might be, and there is certainly an enormous amount of that, you are co creating it. When you know that, instead of resisting that, then that gives you grace and that gives you a little bit more wherewithal to be able to activate by opening a space where something else can occur. Okay. Nothing else can occur if you keep that space closed and say, nope, I'm not part of it. Nope, I'm innocent. I had nothing to do here. It's them. It's them. It's them. We, we have to remember that we are the only ones here. You're the only one who's the common denominator of everything in your life. So everything that's happening to you, everything that's experiencing around you, everything that you're co-creating, you're a part of it, or else it wouldn't be there for you. You wouldn't be knowing about it. So choose what you witness wisely, choose what you spend time with wisely, choose what you eat and ingest and read and share and speak into wisely, because that's part of the throwing the ball in the room, right? You throw things out there, it's going to come back in some way, and you may not like the repercussions. And I know it's challenging to sit still when you feel that urge to leap up and do something. But oftentimes the doing is sourced from a place of fear. It's not sourced from a place of knowing. So if we're going to be doing from a place of fear, we're going to be creating more doings of fearful stuff because that's the soil we're tending. But if you're creating from that sense of balance, from that sense of grounding, from that sense of coming into a new state of center, then you have an opportunity to perhaps go in a different direction, something that you may not have seen before, something you might have been poo-pooing, or something that you might have been postponing. The universe is absolutely giving you a wake-up call. And if you don't listen once, twice, or five times, it's going to whack you on the head with that aforementioned baseball and get you to wake up. It will eject you out of the speeding car and say, pay attention now. So hopefully those voices that are asking you to pay attention, those inklings, those knowings, you can activate them now so that you don't have to wait to be hit over the head. You don't have to wait for the big damaging thing to happen. You can preemptively act. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's free, and I'm not saying it's not going to be a challenge. It is. But when you take it on with good grace and you take it on as timely, like, ugh, I don't want to do the dishes, but they need doing. When you just decide to do that which needs doing, even something as small as doing the dishes with good grace, even as something meaningful as saying, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. You create ripple effects that then also come back to greet you, that also create this wave energy that you get to ride through. It's kind of like surfing the waves, right? There's a whole bunch of chaotic, staticky energy, which is like being hit with pins and needles. So we need to shift that frequency. We need to move out of that scenario, change what you're listening to, whether that's music or media or people's voices. Change what you're experiencing and give yourself something else. Give yourself a little grace. Spend time in nature. Honor the trees, honor the plants, honor the water, and yourself as a member of this planetary community. You're not separate then. You're no more separate from this earth than a mushroom is. You're part of it. You're made of this. Recognizing that brings us back to humility and clarity and gratitude. Those are prosperous feelings. Those are feelings that allow us to move forward, to be of service, and to help. One of the things that I've been experiencing in the last few years, but really ramping up in the last couple of years, is that there is this message from our team, from our guides, from our loved ones, from our angelics, whoever you want to call it. And I don't care the names, it really doesn't matter anyway. From that non-differentiated source energy that vivifies everything, from that thing's been coming through more and more and more. That thing's been coming through, and it's been sharing with me through the voice of people no more different than you, no spiritually advanced or heightened, evolved, or anything than you, average humans. That voice is coming through. And that voice is here because of people like you, healers like you, teachers like you, game changers like you, who are willing to hold the frequency up, who are willing to do the hard work, who are willing to vibrate at this higher frequency. That's allowing for new consciousness to come in. Do not mistake it. It might not be happening all at once. It might be coming in little droplets, but it is coming in. So trust that, please. Trust that the work you're doing, the space you're clearing, the forgiveness you're creating, offering, sharing, the love that you are vibrating, like those ripple effects in the field, it has meaning. It has potency. And from what I've been told, Cosmos is watching. And the cosmos is very, very interested in how we're going to play this game. Now, we can stay like little 3-year-olds fighting in the sandbox, and that's going to get us exactly what we've already had. Not useful energy to go forward into. Or we could really lean into that evolution that is causing us to think bigger, to open up more, and to resist that fear mongering, to resist that war mongering, to resist that smallness creating. This is a locked box from which everyone suffocates. This is that space of expansion where something new that we've never imagined before can germinate. So that's what I hope for you. That is my prayer. That is my wish. That is my intention. And that is part of what I am cultivating here at this timeline that I can bring forward through my teaching, through my practice, through my sharing, through books or through meditations or through one-on-one sessions, through the group classes, whatever it may be. I truly do seek to be of service to that oneness that we share, which we've all got a part of. And there's no space, there's no time like the present in order to kind of create a brand new cliche. So you are here now, I am here now, and this is the only game in town. So we may as well lean into it and start to effectuate that change. We are the ones we have been waiting for. You are the only one in your game. You're the only one in your life, and you're the only one who can make the difference now. So thank you for that. Thank you for playing. Thank you for keeping the light on. And thank you for allowing me in any way that I may to be of service to your journey. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty. And so it is. Satnam.